Hey everybody, Padraig Fox from the Guinness Open Gate Brewery here, right in the middle of the St James's Gate site in Dublin. So I'm going to give you a couple of quick facts to help you enjoy your pint of Guinness a little bit more. Everybody always talks about having a pint of the black stuff, but did you know that Guinness Draught is not actually black? If you get your pint and hold it up to the light, you'll see a lovely ruby red hue in the bottom part of the glass, and that's actually the true colour of Guinness. And Guinness does get its characteristic dark colour from roasted barley, which we still roast on site here every single day, all the way up to 232 degrees Celsius. Any hotter and the barley might catch fire, and any colder, and it's just not going to be perfect roast for our beer. Guinness also has a very rich history of being paired with food, going all the way back to 1837, when Benjamin Disraeli, former British Prime Minister, declared the greatest day of his life after having supped on Guinness and oysters. Oysters are still a really great food to pair with your beer. The salty brininess of the oyster works in perfect tandem with those little more dry, roasty, earthy flavours of the beer. You can also try pairing your beer with some summer fruits, such as strawberries and raspberries, for something that's on the opposite end of the scale, a real contrast between the tartness of the fruit and those lovely earthy flavours I've already mentioned. And of course, as a perfect dessert, you cannot go wrong with Guinness and a little bit of milk or dark chocolate. The lovely sweetness brings out a little bit more of that undertone of barley that we've got in the beer as well, and just brings it to the fore a little bit more. So a man called Michael Ash, who was a scientist working for us a number of years ago, in 1959 discovered that it was nitrogen is what makes that lovely creamy head on the top of our pints, because he was given a task to figure out why the beer in the UK didn't taste quite the same as it did here in Dublin. And he figured out that it's all down to nitrogen. We do the famous two-part pour as well. The first pour is all about that settle and surge and letting the gas in the beer find its place in the glass. The top off then just ensures you get a lovely head coming over the top of your pint. It's 119.5 seconds to pour the perfect pint of Guinness in a pub. It doesn't take quite as long from a can, but I still recommend you take your time when you're pouring it to really give you that perfect flavour at the end of it. And one last fascinating fact about Guinness Draught. This pint I have here in front of me is iconic. Everybody recognises it around the world, but actually this isn't even our biggest selling beer worldwide. We create a beer called Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, which is mostly available in Africa and the Caribbean, but you'll still find it across Europe and the US as well. And that is actually our biggest selling beer worldwide. It's 7.5% ABV. It doesn't have the nitrogen head. It's got a lovely foamy, creamy, golden head coming from the carbon dioxide, and it's got lovely honey, butterscotch, caramel, chocolate flavours coming from the roast barley as well. A very different taste sensation than the pint of Draught. So next time you're travelling the world, you can try this. You can try a Foreign Extra Stout, or you can always go back to the original of Guinness Extra Stout, which you'll still find around the place as well, which is as close as possible to the original beer that Guinness was brewed all the way back in the times of Arthur. Hope you enjoyed a couple of these quick facts from Guinness, and I look forward to seeing you in the future when I can actually serve you a pint in person.